Right, today we're repairing an iPhone 8 and this is a lovely red version with some nice protection on the back there to stop it getting scratched. I'll try and keep that on. And it's obviously got a little smash here. We've got a new screen for it, so let's get to it. Right, so as always, first thing we've got to take these pentalobe screws out the bottom. Got a link to the screwdriver you need in the description. And then these ones also, it's kind of similar to the iPhone 7. They are glued down here, so we need to be careful there not to chip that red colour. And then just carefully peel it open. It's stuck down at the side, so we just want to carefully peel this along here. We've also got the cables along the side there, so I'm just going to abandon that metal thing and use the thumb as usual. And then along this side, and then it should be a little bit free. And there you'll see there's there you go, a little ribbon cable connecting the screen, so you don't want to break that. It was not so important for this one because the screen's getting changed anyway. You can see here there is a ding, definite ding there. See, it's all out of shape there. We'll try and move that back, otherwise it'll not. The new screen will just end up the same. Pull it down a bit, open it up, just like the iPhone 7. Take all this sticky stuff off. And then we'll get this changed back. I forgot, they changed away from the tri-wing screwdriver back to the Phillips screwdriver for this one, so I will link this one as well. Just take the screws out and lay them in the right order, same as they came out. Now disconnect the battery first. This little one here. Disconnect that. And then the screen should be, everything should be off. And then we'll pull these. And then up here, where did that screw go? There. And just take this little plate off here. More Phillips screws. 3 of them in this little bracket. And they are flyaway screws. Not very magnetic, these ones. Or maybe it's me that's not so magnetic. Off we go. And then just pull this wire out. There we go. Just be careful with that. You need to be a bit firm, but pulling it by that bit's usually best. Pulling it by the actual ribbon. So now this, take these screws out on the bracket for the speaker assembly and the camera and the sensors. Another screw that doesn't want to come out. And then 2 screws here in the bottom of the speaker, which is quite a good addition, keeps the speaker nice and secure there. They are not, this screwdriver must be getting past it. And then down here we're back to the tri-wing screws, so we'll just take these out of the home button. Sometimes you have to put a little bit of pressure on these ones to get them to move. Now just be careful, especially the one that's over the button, because if you crack the button, that's not going to be fun for anyone. And then we've got to try and get the little ribbon cable up there. First thing is we need to disconnect it, and I found the best way to disconnect it is just get your super pointy, these things, tweezers, and just carefully put them inside the wee foam pad in there and let them open. There we go, and the spring action does all the job for you. Now move this connector up, that's part of the screen, and then we'll just see how stuck on this is pretty well. Don't want to ruin that, so I'm going to go heat it up. That's better, just a few seconds with a hairdryer and that should have softened it up. I'm saying that's better, I've not tried it yet. Yeah, that's much better. Then we just tease that up. Don't be too rough with it, because if you stick your pliers through there, tweezers, not pliers. Anyway, if you do that, it's going to be bad news. And then it just pushes through like that. Put that there with the home button stuff. And then the top one. So there's the little sensor in here, which you need to be careful not to break. This comes out like that. I've heated the top up as well, because it makes this bit a lot easier. There we go, that's not broken. Good. And then just this little ribbon here, which has got the contacts on it. Be careful not to bend this too much, you just want to, that's why we do the heat on this bit, because if you break this bit, or if you treat it a bit rough, it'll give up on you. And then the little microphone here, which is just stuck on. Same thing, just get under it and peel it up. There we go. Now we've just got to get the sides off. And are we on the tri-wing screws? Yes, good. So I'll put a link to this screwdriver as well. Oh man, nothing's magnetic today. What's going on here? It's demagnetized everything. So 6 screws, 3 on each side, and then we're almost at putting back together time. Take this off. So it's just stuck on along the bottom here. Just peel it up without bending it too much. There we go. A little bit of peelings there. And now we need this new screen. Just sort out these cables. So they need to be like that. One underneath the other. And then nice and flat. And then push this over. You need to kind of do that properly the first time. So over whilst pushing the cables down, so that they catch and they're not saggy or baggy behind the bottom of the screen. Just like that. And then get the screws back in, quick. Same order they came out in. Might need to adjust it slightly if the screw holes aren't lining up properly. So just do that. This will also make the phone not, I don't know, it wasn't waterproof to start with, but saying kind of water resistant, it'll make it less water resistant now because it's not got all that adhesive on it anymore. Come on. There we go. If you go in the wrong thread with a screw, like if it's not going in properly, just back it out until you hear or feel it click. I always start going backwards just until you get the click, and then screw it in and you should be on the right thread. Just make sure they're all the way in. There we go. And this one. Just sitting a bit high there, so just push it down whilst you're putting the screw in. Takes a bit of practice, but you'll get there. And this one, last one on the sides. How are we doing for time? Oh, sugar. Nearly lost it. Be careful with this one. There we go. Now we're in. And now let's put the home button back on. No. Is it? Yeah, that's fine actually. So we just need to make a gap here because the home button's got to go underneath this screen protector. Not that way, this way. I'm doing very good at this, am I? This way. Like that, right? And then line this up with the little locating pins. You just have to lift that little ribbon up there. Make sure it's lined up properly, otherwise the clip won't go back down. And that should fasten down nicely there. And then get this back on. It's amazing how they keep changing what screws they use on different parts between all the different phones. I don't know why they can't just stick with one type, preferably the Phillips ones, because it was a pain in the neck having to get a new screwdriver. But it's fine. It's not like it's expensive. Pays for itself. Right, there we go. And now put this piece back on. Oh, we need the doings from this little plastic bits here. Thought that was going for sure there. What way is it going? That way. We just place that in there, like that, and the camera one as well. These are just like glued on, but it's a really brittle glue, so you can usually break it. He said confidently, whilst not being able to break this one. Just going for the edge. There we go. And that just goes in there. You can see there's a little cutout on it, which goes here towards the bottom. No, at the top there for that little screw hole. There we go. And now just stick all this doings back on. Come on now. Again, just be careful with these bits. It's a bit fiddly, but you still have to be careful. Take your time and all will be fine. Right, we've got the microphone down. Now push those bits down into their little plastic houses. And then we want the speaker, which still has a screw attached. So we'll just screw that in now. Switch to a different screwdriver. Why not? I was getting bored of using the same one anyway. There we go. And then little cover piece. Last screws in here, and then we'll be on testing mode. There we go. Oh no, not testing mode yet. We need to try and bash this back out somehow. Now they are quite what's the word? Malleable. So you should be able to get it to go back out with the right force in the right place. And crucially, not too much force in any one place. So I'm going to use these, which look a bit brutal for the job, but will use something to stop it marking the phone. So we'll just put that there. And I'm just going to push hard to try and get that dent out. And you need to be careful not to push it against any wires as well, and there's plenty of wires up here to push against. It's looking a bit better, and I think what I'll do finally is just clamp it like this and just bend it back a bit, just to try and pull it round. Oh, just bent that screen protector or back protector a wee bit there. So that's good. Now, the reason why we've done that, and not just leave it, is because if we just leave it with a little pressure point like that, it will crack the screen again, and it'll not take very long to do that. And I don't really, although, yeah, I'm getting paid to fix the phone, I'd rather people were happy with the repair and not coming back in 5 minutes saying it's broken again, because it doesn't look very good for me. Nearly. There we go, and then connect the battery back up. And then switch on. There we go. Well, it took a wee while to come on. Since it's come on, we'll just screw this piece back on. Test 1 is passed, so we can start putting the shields back on. Cover plates, shields, whatever you want to call them. Can't get the screw in. Bit fiddly, but we got there in the end. That one. Just check how the phone's getting on. Looking good. Check the home button. Yep, no complaints. That's looking very good. And now we'll put this shield back on into the little standoff screw hole there. Almost done. That's that. Put the top in first and then just push the edges down. And then the bottom should just fall into place. And that's that. Job's a good one. Leave it like that so you can't see that picture. And then put these back in. Nice red one, I like the red ones. So you never really know when a phone comes to get repaired. People will say, oh yeah, it's got a cracked screen or whatever. You never really know what sort of state it's going to be in. I've had ones that are bent in half. Ones that are completely missing, like the camera, because it's been smashed so bad. You can never tell. So when it gets here and there's a little dent in the top that you've got to take out, not too much of an issue. So that's it. iPhone 8 product red screen replacement complete. Please subscribe and come back soon and see the other videos. Thanks for watching. See you later.